It is turning into winter really quickly. It's actually pretty chilly today. So I decided, since we have the day off anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start to prepare our garden for winter and thus next year's growing season. You want to do this to make sure that you're having all of your garden beds nice and nutrient bearing for the next season. So there's a few things that we're going to go through today, take you through the process of what we're doing here. We have started some of them already. So the things that we've already done is we did go ahead and plant some garlic just because freezing temperatures are coming. You want to make sure to get that garlic in around late September, early October. We're in a zone 7, so we did get that in already. We did also get a garden bed going closer to our house that does have some leafier greens and items that you can grow in colder seasons, like kale. And we also have some things back in these beds that I'm not going to touch, and that's going to be some of our root vegetables that can actually stay in a little later than some of your fruits or veggies, and that's going to be sweet potatoes, carrots, turnips. Carrots actually are going to get sweeter the longer that you stay and the colder that it gets. So if you love a good, nice, sweet carrots, I know I do, you definitely want to keep them in a little bit longer. But the first thing that we're really going to do is clean out our garden and get rid of any of those plants that we had. Especially, you want to make sure that you're getting rid of any tomatoes, tomatillos, anything that may drop their seed in, because if you're not clearing out tomatoes from those tomato beds, then you're going to notice that next spring, next growing season, you're going to be pulling those tomatoes and tomatillos like they're weeds in your garden bed. So we definitely want to get those out. I'm going to actually bring them over to our chicken coop and let them kind of pick through that, and I know it's going to make our chickens really, really happy. You can see I've actually cleared out a lot of the garden already. We just have a few beds that we're going to be finishing off today. And we did clear these out already. I gave a lot to the chickens. We like to do this a little bit slower so it doesn't take hours and hours, but it's just spread out throughout the couple of weeks that we have here. And so I do need to clear up some of those. I have some things that I am keeping. I have some of my sunflowers. I am keeping those because I do want to collect some of those seeds. And we're going to be sharing exactly how you can do that. So I am waiting for them to kind of turn a little bit browner. These were our biggest sunflower heads, so I am just leaving those. And we had some finishing off to do, but let's go ahead, get started. And the first step is going to be taking out all of those older flowers, especially those tomatillos and tomatoes that could seed. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do here, I have this bed over here, and what we want to do is we're actually going to be cutting everything at the root. I'm not actually going to be ripping up the roots. And the reason that we're doing this is because the roots are actually really great for the soil. Any of those buggies and insects will go ahead and actually eat the roots of your plants and help deliver more nutrients into the soil. So I really want to leave those there. Now, the only reason you would want to pull them out is if you do have any rotting roots, anything that did have a root rot, because then it could actually spread to the soil and it could contaminate your soil. So if there is nothing that you need to worry about, then you can go ahead and pull these out. What I'm going to also do is when I do pull them out, I'm just going to cut them up a little bit so that we can go ahead and put them into our chicken coop and compost this as well. And it's just going to break up a lot faster. Sometimes the best way to do this is just get into the bed, honestly. Once you've actually gone ahead and cleared out all of your spent plants and we left those roots in, we want to go in and actually pull out any weeds that we see. Now, for the most part, we've actually been pretty good about getting all of our weeds out, so I don't have to pull too many, but you do want to make sure that you are pulling out any of those. And if you want to, depending on when you're actually cleaning out your garden, you can choose to grow your own cover crop at this time, something like clovers. I'll leave a list here of some other cover crop ideas that you can also be planting to help add some nutrients into your soil. We're going to go ahead, weed, and then we'll talk about the next step that we're doing to prepare our garden for winter. Okay, so this is one of our other beds that we did pull most of it from. And you might notice in this bed, we actually have some holes here. This is because we actually let our chickens come into the garden at the end of season. Once we've pulled out all of our fruits and veggies that we want, we let them come in, our guinea fowls come in and really just enjoy the garden just like us. They love to eat all of the little buggies off the plants, pick on some of the spent plants, eat any of the seeds that have dropped in, and honestly, I think they have just as much fun in the garden as we do all summer, so we love to let them do this. We also have our coop right next to our garden, so it's really easy to just open the door and let them in to have some fun in the garden. And then we do cut them off once we're ready to prepare the garden for winter. So pulling out the last of everything here, cleaning everything up, and then we'll just compost all of this into our chicken coop area for them to continue picking at, but it really makes them happy. Once you've cleaned the beds, if you do have any structures in your garden, you do want to make sure that you're removing them, unless you have something that you more want to be permanent. This we made out of bamboo. It's really sturdy, so we keep this in here, but we do keep out any of the items that might rust in our garden, and we move them over to our barn to keep them safe. So anything that maybe the tomato cages or items that could rust, you want to just move in and clean out your garden, because we are going to be doing some things into the gardening boxes. Once you've cleared up your bed, we're gonna just mix it up a bit. And then what we're gonna do is, if you do have any compost, you can go ahead and add this now. I'm sure with this season, a lot of the nutrients have been depleted, so you can go ahead and add them in as you're doing this. Also, at this time, as you're giving life to your garden beds, you're mixing them up, make sure to remove any of your plastic tabs or any garbage that you have. We don't want that in our garden. They're not gonna biodegrade, so definitely remove these. You can keep them for next year or just toss them. Now, the most important step is actually going to be mulching your beds. I have here some wood chip mulch that we actually just got for free when we cut down some of our trees. But another great way that you can mulch on your beds is actually from using leaves of deciduous trees. This is going to be a great layer that you can add, and it's going to be free, which we love. Now, the reason that mulching on top of your beds is really important, especially on raised garden beds, is first off, some of the nutrients can just blow off. We definitely don't want that, so we can protect it by mulching on top, as well as it's going to protect it from the outer elements, from any of that sunlight that's going to be coming in or cold that can strip this from its nutrients. So we definitely want to make sure that we're applying a few inches of mulch on top, and then come this spring we can just take this off. I love doing this with leaves, and once our trees actually turn, I'm going to be doing it on the rest of the beds with leaves, but mulch is another great way that you can do this. Our little garden buddy just woke up from his naps, so I'm going to close this out. If you do have any fixing that you need to do on your beds, any loose boards, you definitely want to do this now, as well as maybe do some expansion on your garden, because it's much easier to work in the cold than it is in the heat of summer. I hope this was helpful. Happy gardening, and we'll see you again next time. Bye.